WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
A township supervisor facing serious criminal charges wins re-election, but now we've learned that he will not be taking the position. It is our top story today at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. A surprising twist in Delta Township. Former supervisor Ken Fletcher resigned in September, a day before facing child sex-related charges, but he won re-election to the position anyway in November.
Zena Issa is here for you now and shows us why the supervisor's seat is still up for grabs.
Sherry, Siobhan, Ken Fletcher may have overwhelmingly won the race for Delta Township supervisor with nearly 89% of the votes, but he will not be serving. According to court documents, Fletcher was arrested and charged for allegedly having sexual conversations with a 15-year-old male on the app Grindr. Police say he was actually talking to an undercover officer. Investigators say he agreed to meet the teen to talk, but never actually arranged a meeting. Despite his resignation, Fletcher's name remained on the ballot due to legal requirements, and he won enough votes to retake office on January 1st. However, a Delta Township representative tells us Fletcher has abandoned the position because he has not taken the required oath of office. The Delta Township Board now has 45 days to appoint a new supervisor. Back to you.
All right, Zena, thank you. The apparent terrorist attack in New Orleans sent a shudder through the nation.
And that's because large-scale events like the New Year's celebration take place across the country.
Yes, for instance, tens of thousands of people head to Lansing for events like Silver Bells in the City and to East Lansing for MSU football games.
So we asked Taryn Simmons to check in with the Michigan State Police to find out what troopers do to maintain order during huge events. Taryn?
Sherry, Siobhan, whether it's a parade, a football game, or any other big event, state police say they take extra precautions to keep people safe, especially for large events that bring residents from all across the state of Michigan.
And they're just looking for suspicious activity. It could be someone that appears to be looking around suspicious, maybe carrying a backpack and not looking like they're supposed to be in this event where everybody's having a great time.
Safety concerns are a huge topic after the New Orleans New Year's attack, and here in Lansing, State Police Lieutenant Renee Gonzalez says troopers are always on high alert.
A vehicle that may be left unattended, maybe running, we're going to take a peek at that.
Retired State Police Detective Lieutenant Louis Langham says coordination is also a huge factor in keeping residents protected.
Who's going to do what? Which agency is going to handle the interior, the exterior of the event? Which agencies are going to conduct the search of the facilities prior to individuals entering.
The Capitol has barriers to ensure lawmakers and the public are safe, and Gonzalez says there's officers at every perimeter for large events like Silver Bells.
We have barriers around the building. They'll stay up all the time. So again, we have our officers and our troopers out on patrol looking for suspicious activity. If someone's going to try to get over the barriers of the fence line, we're going to take action. And that's just something that we're trained to do, and we're ready to take action if need be.
Gonzalez also adds the police cannot be there 24/7 and encourages the public to be aware of your surroundings and to call the Michigan tip line if you see anything suspicious. Sherry, Siobhan, back to you.
Thank you, Taryn. Well, 2 men are in jail tonight following a chase that went through 3 Michigan counties.
It happened Monday and started in Ionia. Sheriff's officials there say they got a tip about a man wanted on an outstanding warrant for armed robbery.
Deputies tried to stop the vehicle, but say the driver took off, speeding through the city and eventually crossing into Montcalm County. Stop sticks and tire spikes did not work until the vehicle crossed into Kent County, where a second attempt at stop sticks finally slowed the driver down. Officials say they arrested 21-year-old Diego Luis Bowerman, who was driving, and charged him with fleeing and eluding police and violating his parole. Police also arrested the passenger, 22-year-old Enrique Vasquez, for armed robbery out of Kent County, with an additional warrant out of Ionia Department of Public Safety for carrying a concealed weapon.
In Ionia County now, a woman is in jail following a stabbing.
It happened on December 31st, just before midnight in the 400 block of Waldo Road in Wheatfield Township.
A 33-year-old Mason woman told police she was stabbed in the chest by a 26-year-old Jackson County woman after an argument. The victim was taken to a local hospital and is expected to survive.
Now, police arrested the suspect and took her to the Ingham County Jail. And with the human remains discovered near the site of the Electric Forest Music Festival in Rothbury, they have now been identified as Kevin Graves from Highland. Graves went missing from the festival back in 2018. His remains were found in a wooded area near the Double J Ranch where the annual festival is held. His family's been trying to find him ever since, even putting up billboards outside of the event each year, hoping for tips.
In East Lansing, there will be different closing times in city parks from now through March 31st for managed deer hunts.
Well, city officials say parks can be closed for these hunts between the hours of 6 p.m. and 7 a.m. City park entrances, including parking lots and pedestrian paths, will also be closed, and notices will be posted.
Biologists from the U.S. Agriculture, who are highly trained in the use of firearms, will be conducting a deer removal operation under a cooperative service agreement with the city and a permit from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. The city's deer hunt is being done to address deer overpopulation. The venison will be donated to local food banks.
And a new extended late antlerless firearm season begins today and runs through Sunday, January 12th. It applies to several counties, including Clinton, Eaton, Ingham, Jackson, and Hillsdale counties. Now, the state says hunters can use certain unused tags for licenses bought last year, and the bag limit is 10.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
No doubt we've got a lot of cold air on the way over the next week or more, but we've got some snow as well and some potential to watch. Take a look to the south of the state line. I would not recommend traveling in that direction on Monday, as there's likely going to be some heavy snowfall there. Northwestern portions of lower Michigan and the UP as well, but that storm system has been creeping a little further north on the latest computer model run, so it's something for us to watch, but odds are it will miss us just to our south. Odds of at least 2 inches. Now, if you're watching from Hillsdale County, I think you've got a decent chance at a few inches, not only with some lake effect, but also with that storm system, which appears to be getting closer and closer to the state line at least. Lower odds here in central mid-Michigan of at least 2 inches, however. Cold weather is going nowhere. We're in the 20s for the foreseeable future, even some teens possible next week, and we're going to have some single-digit lows in the region as well. So it's going to be very, very cold. Satellite and radar, little snow shower activity off to our southwest. There's a weak system that's going to slide through, and with the cold air moving across the lakes, I think we'll kick up the snow showers again tonight into tomorrow morning. Not a lot of activity, but certainly a few bands of snowfall, and some of those will sneak inland from time to time, so a few snowflakes at any point during the day tomorrow. Here's my big hope for the weekend. It's going to be cold, but by Saturday morning, we'll have mostly cloudy or cloudy skies, but there's a chance Saturday afternoon that you may see a little sunshine if the clouds can break up. Not holding my breath for this, but at least a chance we'll get at least a little sunshine to make it feel better outside. Precision cast snow tonight through tomorrow morning, everyone less than an inch, with the exception of some of the bands that set up to our southwest, maybe a little over an inch in Hillsdale. Moving from Friday into Saturday, more lake effect, and notice we're talking probably around 3, 4, 5 inches right along the lake shore, but here in central mid-Michigan, we're still generally less than an inch of snowfall, and that's over a couple days, so it shouldn't create any major problems for us. Current temperatures, they're sitting in the mid-20s. It is cold out this afternoon. Skyview Network cloud cover on the McLaren Cam, 27 degrees. No wind chill currently. Our peak wind today was up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight in Grand Ledge, pretty quiet. Temperatures also at 27 degrees. Humidity at 79%. Peak wind 25 miles per hour. When you get those wind gusts, of course, it drops the wind chills into the teens. Like in Jackson, 26 is the current temperature, but a wind chill of 16 degrees. Here's the view this evening in Hillsdale. Pretty quiet. Temperature at 26 degrees. Peak wind was 24 miles per hour, and our humidity currently at 78%. Tonight's forecast, your low down to 21 degrees as we get a few more snow showers popping up late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Then just scattered snow showers tomorrow. Not a big deal, no major accumulations, but some flakes in the air as temperatures hold in the mid-20s. The 6-day forecast, Saturday and Sunday, look fairly quiet. On Monday, chance for some snow showers with that system to our south. If it moves further north, that would increase our snow chances. Stay tuned, but it looks to stay to our south. Lake effect snow showers, no major systems Wednesday through next weekend. Daytime highs in the teens and the 20s, and overnight lows in the teens, and perhaps even some single digits. Burr.
Yes.
January is coming in cold.
I mean, Sherry, you should have heard her at 5. She had it all planned out. Hot chocolate, fireplace. She's chilly this weekend.
Extra sweaters.
Just
Cozy.
socks.
Cozy.
Going to her house.
Grab a good book.
We're coming.
Okay.
Set the scene, Sherry.
I know, picture it. Thanks, David. Well, coming up on 6 News at 6, we'll introduce you to the keynote speaker for this year's MLK Day Luncheon in Lansing.
That story and a few more coming up right after the break, so stay with us.